As we can finally say, every character is now here. All the DLC characters are here. We've gone through almost all the patch notes that Nintendo released. So now, I think it's finally time that we can say that this is the final tier list that I'm gonna make. As we all know, we know how tier lists work. We start from bottom to top tier. So let's go in the same way. So I'm gonna be going to up characters, the top 15 worst characters, but 5 characters are in bottom tier, and I have 10 characters in low tier. I'm going to explain them all in order, and yes, this is all ordered, so, yep. Don't be, try not to be biased, but this is pretty accurate, and most players would probably think this is accurate, so, if you already follow me on Instagram, then you mostly already know who's on what tier, so, let's get this started. Alright, well, to start it off, this has not changed. Ganondorf, still the worst character in the game. Not bad combos, I'm not gonna lie, but he's still slow, terrible recovery. And he's definitely not so viable. Again, Rickles, Seabass have been putting in work with this character still. None of us can forget about the reverse 3-0 that Nairo did against Light in Collision with Ganondorf. Besides that, Ganondorf is just the only character that's fun to play. I don't think it's really meant to be used competitively. And that's all we're really going to do. Oh yeah, I'm not going to take long explaining all these characters, because we obviously know how to work. The characters I'm probably going to explain mostly are the ones that people are probably higher up in the tier list or something like that, but there's really not much to explain about Ganondorf. So, he's just bad. And also, well, same with this character, still the second worst character in the game, Wilmac. Again, terrible aerials, terrible recovery, grounded character. He can't really go off stage to do much. KO Punch is like his only clutch move that kills at 20%. And again, Peanut's like the only person that's still putting in work with this character. I don't, so. And there's not much I can really say about this character, so. Definitely not a slow viable character. I feel like he's just better than Ganondorf because we're seeing more results in Little Mac. Even Japan has got some results with some Little Mac players. There was one that won a good weekly tournament, even over. He got a win over Ken, so that's got to say something about Little Mac. And speaking of characters that actually suck, I still hate Isabelle with passion. Online, she's fine, but this offline, she's just terrible. Her setups don't really work as well offline. Fishing Rod is not as annoying to deal with. And I feel like everyone can literally just play over Isabelle just because all her moves are really predictable offline. We don't really see that much people working. I mean, we got Kept and Mr. Zircon, and Axel, who almost upsetted Zomba and Momocon. This character does have some potential, but she's just the worst version of Villager. And her recovery is not even as good as Villager's is. And yes, I still hate this character. I still hate this character with passion. I still don't know why this character exists in the game. Fishing Rod is terrible. I hate the Wood Rocket. I just don't. I hate the character, and the character is still bad. So I can't even be biased about this opinion. And speaking of characters, I don't have a problem with Lucario. I don't hate Lucario. He's still top 5 worst character in the game. You know how we're talking about how Mewtwo has a hurt box in his tail? So does Lucario. And again, Lucario, you don't really see Lucario being a top tier character unless he has Rage, but are you gonna really live that long before you even get Rage at all? I mean, the other games he was still powerful, but he's just not good, and he doesn't really have that much good. Lucario's like the only the only Pokemon without the. Yeah, he's the worst Pokemon in the game and doesn't have that good combos. I mean, maybe we can get charging neutral blade to back air with rage. But again, are you gonna live that long in order to get that? I mean, we still have Sue putting the work, even though he played the game so for, and Armadillo, which took out Wadi in the Smash Bros. Tour. But so that said, at least we know this character's still putting the work. Maybe later on in the meta, Lucario might be mid tier, but it's still not looking good for this character. And to end it off with the bottom 5 characters, we got King Dede, which should be showing up eventually. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, what do I start with this character? Heavy character, combo food, no good out of shield options, definitely not solo viable. You definitely need a second urge blade. Here's the thing, online DDD's annoying. I've lost to like a bunch of DDDs in Wi-Fi brackets a lot. But here's the thing, this dude is just slow offline. Everything's just predictable. Well, yeah, Leon actually lost to this spell, lost to DD Will, but besides that, that's not really much. Pelly also actually won a major with DDD. Well, he mostly used Sonic, but DDD for secondary. He did take a game off of Leon, who's known as like top 5 in France, so we obviously know that DDD is still viable, so, well, you need a secondary. DDD can still be used as a secondary, but here's the thing, I don't like this character at all. This character, again, is fun to play in casual level, but competitively, you're not going to see any DDD do that well unless you are Pelly. And Animus did make an upset on Dark Wizzy in Summit 3, which I don't want to talk about either, which does make sense because that matchup, Mario with DDD matchup, it's free for Mario. I don't know how Dark Wizzy lost that. Wait. Now that I imagine it, well, this was still Smash 4. DDD did make an upset on the best player in the world after Zero retired, which was Leo. But that was Smash 4, and that should have never happened. So, if you lose to a DDD in bracket, or get upset, or if any top player gets upset by a DDD, then are they really considered a top player at that point? Really not. Where do I start with this character, bro? Yep, we officially got to the low tier area. And the first low tier character I got, Zelda, I cannot stand this character. Online, busted. You really need no bread to play him. That Phantom thing is really not predictable. She's got too many subs to deal with, but here's the thing. Offline, it's not as predictable. It's really predictable. It's not like where you can lag and then Zelda just lags and literally just get hit by a Phantom to down air or F smash or something. She's got her combos are terrible, and if you attack her before you even hits the Phantom, then you literally win the game. Zelda really depends on that Phantom, and she's got good aerials. Well, you have to get the sweet spot, and if you get the sweet spot for any of these aerials, then it's really devastating. But again, if Zelda doesn't get it, then again, you win. Zelda depends on a lot of stuff for her just to win these games. And again, I have not seen Zelda do that well in the Mage. I haven't heard any good results from Zelda lately. Then, he doesn't even go to that much majors. Ray, again, doesn't go to that much majors either. My Zelda, I've just got annoyed with Zelda for the past couple years, so I just basically know how to play her. Which is actually kind of sad, which I don't like this character one bit. Maybe if the meta increase, Zelda will actually probably be a bottom 5 character, because everyone's starting to figure out how to fight this character. Next character on the list, I really wish this character wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Lance is kind of a bad character. Down B Hurtbox makes no sense. He's got some good combos. He's got a bunch of setups, but again, online, that's a problem. But here, not a problem for most people. He's really predictable. His recovery's not really as good as you think it is. And Broad has put some work in. Sen uses Plant for a secondary, but I don't really see much of it really unless it's probably in polls maybe. I mean, Broad did make an episode on Abadongo, but pretty much that's really much it. And he did get top 8 in some like regional in Japan, so that's good for him. Maybe when the meta increases, Plant will probably actually be a mid-tier character, but as from the look now, Plant's not really looking as good right now. I think the problem for Plant is just his hurtbox and his combo game. And fun fact, if you can't even ground footstool Plant because he'll just bite you. That's a thing, which I didn't even know that was. And you could get a combo out of it, but is anyone really going to try footstool? Okay, maybe Seth will, but if we're going to try doing a footstool combo on Plant when he's on the ground, well, you have to be crouching, I'm pretty sure. Plant has to be crouching, but are you really going to see a Plant crouch? No, not at all. Next character on the list, we have Kirby. Like most Smash Bros. Games, Kirby just has terrible shield options. His aerials are pretty good. He's got some good splash attacks, decent kill confirms, but I think his Kirby's just too light. He's edge guardable. You can't really mix him up off stage unless he gets a final cut on you, which that shouldn't happen. And pretty much that's much it. JJ's still putting in the work with this character. Yeah, JJ's still putting in work with this character, but it's not as much. I see Kel's also trying to put work in with this character as a secondary. Kirby is good for a second. Kirby does do well against a bunch of top tier characters. Maybe like Sheik. I can see her mess up with Pyramid Throw. I could probably see her maybe go even with Kirby go even with Pikachu maybe. Kirby does well against Joker, but not much people are trying to put in work with this character. Maybe if more people put more work in with Kirby, we might see him become a better character, but until then, it's not really looking good for this puffball. Nice climbers. Where do I start off with you? You got great combos. A lot of people are putting in work with this character. Even Wardy's starting to pick up nice climbers. But here's the thing. Get rid of Nana and then it's literally just the bottom tier character. Nana does whatever the fuck she wants. She doesn't even pay attention or whatever the second player climber is. Maybe if the last climber wasn't that dumb, maybe it would have been a better character. And Sopo or Sonan is extremely light. You take them off stage and then they're just not coming back at all. Maybe if Nana or the second player was actually not that stupid, then you might actually be. They could actually be better characters. But here's the thing: just separate them and then you win. It's that simple. If you don't do that, then you don't know how to fight this character, and you probably think Ice Climbers is top tier just because of that. But here's the thing. Decent combos are not easy to pull off. I mean, ECM and Marty have done it, but I'm not as pro as them, so. Yeah, also I forgot to say, Big D and all the players, and some players from him like Muskrat and Harass, and also working with Ice Climbers. But, you know which character barely has work input in? Me, Soulfighter, yeah. The worst me fighter of all of them. Here's the thing. Their special suck. Their sword is small. Recovery's terrible. Not even that much good combos unless you have that Charcum Blade thing, but it's not that you'll probably get it all of a sudden. You have to be extremely lucky sometimes. Tornado, busted, but besides that, that's really much it from them. I don't know what they were thinking, but that sword, that Mii Soulfighter sword is not even as big. I mean, I don't want it to be like Sephiroth's sword. I'm not trying to say that, but I just feel like if they were to make this character, they would have probably made this sword better. But again, all Miis are same size, so they're probably all easy to get combo. I think they're the heaviest out of the Mii fighter, maybe, which is also bad. But Eric is the only person working on this character, and he didn't even qualify for the Smash World Tours. He only qualified for the online, but again, online's just completely different. So don't get them mixed up. Okay, this character made it a few spots higher than how I put him last time. Again, I don't think Dr. Mario is as bad as people thought it is. Some people say he's bottom 5, but it's probably like bottom 15 or bottom 10. I don't think he's that bad. Again, yes, he's combo food, yes, terrible recovery, yes, he's slow, but his combos are not even that bad. He's got good combos out of it, and you can just mix up your recovery if you're that lucky, because down B can kind of help you recover. Anyways, and Bacon got top 24 at a major. He got 17th at a major with Solo Dog. A platinum event for the special tour, and you got 17th with the Solo Dog. That's not even bad. Even though I can say you got eliminated by some lucky Falcon, Sean, who's extremely fucking lucky. Don't like that person at all for taking out Cosmos, but it's not about him right now. It's about Doc. Again, Doc is underrated, I feel like. Even when we got some Dr. Mario representative in Japan, I forgot his name. Subo maybe? No, that's Oliver, but that's the Oliver player. I forgot his name. I don't know his name, but besides that, I don't think Dr. Mario is as bad as people think it is. I think maybe later in the meta, Dr. Mario will get better in the tier list, but from there, I think he's getting better, but we'll see what people think about Dr. Mario. Okay, this is probably where people are going to be hating me the most. Again, I don't care if you want to major in Brazil, because Brazil doesn't even have... Almost everyone in there plays low tiers in Brazil. And Sega Dago, Ryo, and Zane haven't got top in any other major besides from their own place. Again, I don't think Duck Hunt is that good. Light, combo food, and besides he has all his items and stuff, that's not really what you're gonna get. This character is just not as good as people thought he was. Smash 4, just as bad. Again, you can hate me if you want. I don't think Duck Hunt is that good as people thought he is. Maybe later on I'll probably believe it, but I think I already have the better animal duo. Banjo and Kazooie are probably the better animal duo here. Sorry, Duck Hunt, but I really just think you're overrated. Slushy, my friend, I can't believe you still play this character, but this is not Smash 4 GTA, and this character still sucks. Again, slow attacks, okay combos, down tilt's like his only good combo starter. Cargo throws isn't as insane as it was in Smash 4. Again, this character is really just meant for playing for fun. Maybe if you... Chunky Kong and Slushy still trying to put in work with this character. I don't think there's any DKs in Japan or any other area. I just feel like this character just... I don't know what you can do to fix this character. I mean that down tilt stun buff really kind of helped him a little bit. That's really it. And if you ever DK players, if you ever find a Byleth, then just pick up a secondary, because that matchup is not doable with that game. In fact, DK is DK has a lot of bad matchups just because of how heavy he is and how easy he is to combo. And his recovery is not even that good either. Some people have DK in bottom 5, but he's not as bad as most people think it is. But besides that, I don't know what we can do about this big monkey. It's not Monkey Monday. Well, actually it is. It really is Monkey Monday, but it's really just a bad Monkey Monday for DK. Alright, next character. I don't know where I had him in last tier list. I'm probably sure I had him in mid tier somewhere maybe. But Ridley, combo food, not even a heavyweight character. Moves are slow. He's got bad combos. Table recovery. The extra jumps don't help him with nothing. And, I mean, there was one really that actually pulled an upset on Spargo, even though it was a Game 5 situation. Nair's like the only... Nair's put in work with Ridley. Creepoba's putting work with Ridley. Smump's put in work with Ridley. Today's, who upsetted Goblin and Lowtide, put some work with this character. So that's it. Ridley does... There are some people playing Ridley. I mean, Smub almost took out Waddy. I mean, pulled the reset at Waddy, but that was at some weekly tournament. So that's not really that serious. Maybe later in the mid, Ridley might improve, but I don't think I talked about any characters with the new slingshot thing, because I mean, even with these characters I talked about, slingshot's probably not going to really do much. I mean, Ridley now has down throw up smash, but what's that really going to do for him? That's like 30%, so what? Maybe Ridley will move on later in the tier list, but he's just not good right now. Alright, to end off the tier list, we got Kroll. I put him in mid tier last time, and I don't see why I did that. This character, he doesn't have bad combos, but you can react to Crown, you can react to Cannonball, you can react to his throws. Slingshot does nothing with this character. And besides that, that's really all that. I mean, he could probably pull up a string a bit, but you're not going to see that happen, really. He's online again, he's annoying online, but... And he is a heavyweight, which is also a thing. And his recovery is not even that good. And to think that helicopter recovery thing can actually... Yeah, you could actually probably kill people at the top with that thing if you're that lucky, but... Are you that dumb to fall for that? Because I'm not. Kirby Kids tries to put in work with this character. He almost qualified for Smash Retort. I can see K-Rool actually being good against small, lightweight characters. I feel like he probably goes even with Olimar. I feel like that's one of Olimar's toughest matchups, but Myron got Kirby Kids 3-0, Game 5, so obviously the matchup is doable for Olimar. I mean, I think it sucks for Pichu as well. Yeah, K-Rool sucks for a lot of lightweight characters or small characters, but I mean, you have a secondary, so you don't have to... You might not always be playing a lightweight character against K-Rool. And pretty much that's it for the low tier / bottom tier area. Come back maybe tomorrow when I upload the next one for the mid tier area, where I think we got 20 characters I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 20. So besides that, that's the bottom 15 worst characters in the game. So come back next time for the mid tier area.